So let's start from here. Is it not showing? Okay, there it is. About to say, is it not showing the thing I'm streaming from? Hello, impromptu stream. I also missed last week because tired, but I'm here now and I'm here to stream video game. Umineko, I want to say I'll probably get back to it around next week, because I just admittedly want to just stream either more stuff that I personally wanted to stream or more random shit. This counts as both. So it's gonna really enjoy. Oh, that's nice to hear, Spiral. Also, I forgot to pull up chat on my phone. I forgot to pull up chat on my phone. There it is. So I can actually read text as it's happening, instead of looking back and going, oh shit, people, you exist. I'm like tomorrow, because tonight I was planning on taking back like the PS4, and then I got tired. Wish story-based rhythm games could come back. Let me lower it a bit. I actually don't. Have I played? Oh, yeah, Parappa is one. I'm not gonna lie, I played that game so much, I high-key always end up skipping the story. So I just go, what story? There is no story. Like, kid me played it so much, especially 2, that I remember the story, but to me now it just doesn't exist. Guitar Man was basically a lit as fuck guy in that cinema. I still haven't played Guitar Man, and I really need to. Because I've kept telling myself, yo, put it on the PS2, emulate it. And I'm just like, nah, I'm just gonna forget about it. Like, I need to play it. Oh yes, save. Plus it's traction and slap. I can believe that. Okay, I do sound fine in accordance with the game. I'm always worried about that shit. So I did the first half of this in the other stream. I'm now going to speed through this so we can actually get to the part, you know, the part that we can pay attention to. Also, hey Otter, I didn't see your thing because it defaults to top comment for some reason. So we already saw all this, and I'm not explaining it again. Just saw someone. Was it the Kotaku article, Spiral? Spiral, was it the Kotaku article? Yo, first try. We don't give a fuck about Stekase King in these streets. He's dead. So is he. I forgot to load it. I forgot to get a completed save and reformat the same memory card. I do that before I saw that article, and after that article with that blonde. Yes. He just becomes extremely upset. I love that image so much. Just, he was fine, and then he got exceedingly upset. Sir, how did you botch? How did you botch that? How? How did I botch that? That's a fair question. Check out a couple seconds of the baby's new song. He said I'd get a laugh out of it. Yo, give me that meter! Ow. Sir. Sir, wait. Oh no. Barely dodged a level 9 from the AI. You'll love to see it. Somehow less over the top than... Well, Spiral, this is the actual fighting game. Like the two wrestling games on GameCube and also PS2. In my opinion, I like them more than WWE All-Stars. Partly because, you know, this is the same team that made the Def Jam games, the first two. And I naturally really like those, despite me being fucking horrible at Console Fight for New York. I'm actually decent at the PSP version. I am horrible at the console version. Got you then, it's lit. Like, they're not... Like, the thing is weird to me because they're a lot more simplistic. Because they're more like arcadey. Fight for New York. Yeah. Fight for New York was great. I was about to say what the fuck was the order, and I remembered. I'm just gonna... I made Buster Up. You made a banned character. Legend. I can't talk. I loved playing Doc. I loved playing Red Man, who's also apparently banned in tournaments. Which is a funny thing to say. Just, oh, who do you main in Def Jam? I main Busta Rhymes. Just casually, you can't do that, he's banned. Don't you main Red Man? Yes. Was Snoop banned? I think so. I'm pretty sure Snoop is banned. I specifically let that play out for the screen. It's a really good Scream take. I genuinely love that take. Half your roster being banned in a fighting game is hilarious. Yeah. Just, there are too many characters that are considered too good. We had to get rid of them. Oh. What? Wait! OBS killed itself. OBS just killed itself. Wait. That caught me off guard. I remember Doom, Dante, and Virgil were under debate to be banned in Marvel 3. Yeah, that makes sense with the stories I've heard. I'm not over the fact that Discord really said, not Discord, OBS really said, "Aight, I'ma head out." Literally no one stopped it. Doom cannot be contained. Those Zero May Cry pieces of shit. OBS said fuck. Exactly. OBS saw what I was streaming again and got upset. Okay, but Atlantis, listen. Atlantis, listen. Tower Bridge. You know, it's fitting how it did that on the character I don't like. It's extremely fitting how they did that on Robin, the character I don't like. So this is what? No, Otter, I got that wrong. So basically, during, like, I forget the number, like the first Children Olympics they show off in the actual manga, him and Suguru make it to finals. Robin and Suguru make it to finals, and basically they were like, well, what are the stakes outside of, you know, the title? And so as, like, Suguru's basically getting insulted as usual, he makes like a hot-headed comment about, oh yeah, whoever wins, whoever loses gets exiled from their home country. So that means Britain would lose Robin if he lost, which he did, and Japan would lose Suguru if they lost, which they immediately hoped for. So when Suguru wins, he's like, wait, can we reverse that decision? I made that comment in the heat of the moment. I don't want this. And then they're like, nah, he has to hold that. So they just kind of... So Suguru's like, hey, to make it up to you, you can live in my shack. Like, it's not much, but hey, it's a shelter and you don't have to pay anyone. It'll be fine. Y'all can live there. Robin says, no, I'm just gonna tour the fucking world. I'm just gonna take my wife and then just kind of wander around for a while. Then he sees Suguru go on like the world tour in America, and when they stop at like around the Grand Canyon, he's like, so listen, I left my wife to fight you. To which Suguru's response is, you did what? Man said, yo, fuck a wife, I want the run back. And then he pretty much nearly dies because like a plane crashes into the ring, he's stuck under it, and the ring's about to fall into the fucking Grand Canyon. Then he comes back in a fake mask, like a skin mask of a dude with blonde hair, and he's bringing Warsman along with him, and he doesn't even try to hide the fact that he's become a full-on dickhead. Like, he's full-on douchebag. And then by the time, like, the Seven Devil Chochin arc comes around, which is where Buffalo Man first shows up this one, like, he just all of a sudden re-becomes a decent person, and I'm sitting there like, I'm not ready to accept you back yet. Fuck off. diplomat. If it haven't made it clear, I don't know how to play a majority of these characters. I'm pushing buttons. Nah, failed counter. I love his damage, yo. Fuck. Something oddly charming. Yeah. What's actually funny to me about... what's actually funny to me is that I kind of know... Primarily PS3 era. What's kind of funny to me about this series specifically is that I know Aki was doing different stuff and then underwent like a name change around 2010 and became like Sin Sophia. But I feel like they could have made a third one. A third Muscle Grand Prix. I really do. I need to see him kick him in the neck. I will always watch that kick in the neck. That gives me life. Metal Gear Solid 3 has no business with it. It does. Yeah. But Spiral, as I was kind of trying to say, my only issue with like the Aki games visually is only for the Ultimate Muscle games, and it's Terry Man's hair. Like, he's had it cut like this in the book, but he's had it longer and like a mullet, and I'm like, oh, that looks nice on him. And none of the games emulate it well. I need a bully. What actually is. Like, I don't know why they make Terry Man's hair look so gross to me. Body him. Oof. Do a 4x4 your top game someday. I do too, because I've seen Shockman do it for characters in games, and I'm sitting there like, you know, I want to do that. His hair isn't that bad. Like, it's not, but I like longer haired Terry Man. I really do. Time to speed through it. First option's the correct one. God, Kid Muscle smiling in these graphics. That's not Kid Spiral, that's King. But you're right, it is cursed. But I love that about it. Yeah, like Spiral, Like, I'm not gonna clown on you for it, but an easy difference is that Kid has the hair coming out of the mask by default, and the blue jumpsuit. If I remember first options right again. It's time to fold the brick. Oh no. Oh no. Please don't OTG me. Okay. I'm not... Can't tell. I have no... I don't feel the rhythm of Muscle Grand Prix 1 much at all. Magic Pixel. I'm glad it was the Magic Pixel because I didn't want to potentially have to run through all those fights again. Remember when I discovered wrestlers with the spandex wrap their junk up? There were no bolts and slant things. Oh. You fool! For once. For once the AI was on the receiving end. Oh no. I was the fool yet again. Okay, but hear me out. Neutral. Oh god. Whew. You idiot. Why are you trying to do level 9s on someone who's on the ground, you fool? I don't like how Black Holes tried to level 9 me twice. I really don't. Ramen Man, one of the few characters I can actually play. It's hard for the AI to cheat and react to your inputs on my other. I mean, I'm not sure how they... Actually, I would not at all be shocked if this was in the same engine as the other games. Because they use the same engine for, They use the same engine for fucking Kurohyou, the Yakuza games on PSP. So I'd assume this would be the same engine. This was a different engine, that'd blow my mind. Hello, little pup. Right, never say that again. Beat his ass. Yeah, they do. I can tell because 90% of those animations are lifted straight from Fight for New York. Like, the PSP, like, they're called, like, Black Panther for short because in Japan, Yakuza is called, like a dragon, so like a Black Panther or something like that. But for what I've played of the first one, it's pretty solid. Though enemies do have the Def Jam difficulty of at a point they just say fuck you and you have to hold it. To initiate. I'm waiting for someone to initiate a rage and just scream into the camera as the screen changes color and music gets... That doesn't happen in these games, sadly. Like, that is a Def Jam specific thing, sadly. Like, the closest we have in the Grand Prix game specifically is what's essentially just, I guess, like a mixture of a groove and X Factor, where if you can pop it at any point, but you can... I don't know. No, this game still has it. But basically, it's a mechanic where you press all 4 face buttons and your character enters in basically a super mode. Oh my god, I'm dead. This is what I get for trying to explain things. But basically, it has a name, and I know the abbreviation in Japanese is KKD, but it's easier to call it Ultimate Muscle like the 4Kids dub does. But the power of Ultimate Muscle can give you 3 things. Super armor till the bar runs out. Super armor till the bar runs out, custom combo, and infinite super till the bar runs out. No, right there, yeah. Super, yeah. Like, you're still susceptible from grabs. Like, you can still get grabbed during it. Oh, nice, Chojin Hing! Was not expecting to hit that. Like, you're still susceptible to grabs and special grabs while you're in super armor. Like, it's not as threatening as you'd think it is. Kid Muscle's actually Spiral, no. Kid Muscle's not voiced by Jason Griffith. It's Mark Thompson, guy who does Casey in the 2003 Ninja Turtles. I'm not sure if Jason Griffith voices anyone in Ultimate Muscle. Because I know Michelangelo, Wayne Grayson was a bunch of fucking characters. Like, too many of them. Yeah. Like, and the thing is, the only reason I can tell you 4Kids Usopp is Jason Griffith is because, to me, it's just his Sonic, but he sounds like he's being a loser on purpose. Yeah, Kid Muscle's Casey Jones in the dub. And King Muscle, oddly enough, is James from Pokemon. Like, I didn't believe that when I first heard it, and then I listened to it again, and then I listened to James, and I'm like, this is just James doing a Homer Simpson impression. Yeah, like, the dub casting is weird, but I like it. Especially in generations where they're voicing the younger versions of their own characters. Extreme technique, oh god. Okay, but Springman, ow. Springman, we could talk about this like civilized citizens. There was no civility to be had. Kid Casey Jones. Help. Springman, please. It was a big meme. It was a big laugh. Help. Send help. He's bodying me. I do not need help anymore. Yeah. There was no need for help at all. We've done it. Whoever made the option to just mash triangle to skip story segments is whole, like, that's great. Nah. Buffalo Man. Buffalo Man. I thought he was gonna run up and punch me. I was ready for that. Forkhead's ultimate muscle lift. You know what, Spyro? Do the reversal, you coward. I genuinely want him to hit me with the reversal live, because that's hilarious to me. Plus it'd be match accurate. Forkhead's ultimate muscle with Mob Psycho 100 OVA budget. Like, honestly, Spyro, if I could get any Kinnikuman related anime with Mob Psycho 100 budget, I'd be extremely happy. Cause especially when you look at Japanese Ultimate Muscle for Season 2, you can tell that they had a it was very budget, especially when you look at like the creditless openings and endings, where a decent chunk of it is unironically just show footage. It's not even new animation like the first opening and like the first two endings in Season 1. At least as far as I know. So I sat there, oh god, my health is gone. Sir, where did my health go? Give it back. Give it back, you bitch. Kill him with the OTG! Yeah. Fuck that. Speaking of Floridians, remember fighting Freedons? I've only heard of it. He's a pickled sausage. What if we had a 4-kid shows for... I mean, Spiral, we halfway are, because Discotech is bringing back the original Shaman King, including the Japanese version. So I'm gonna need them... Fucking Daisuke. I'm gonna need them to get Ultimate Muscle somehow. Please. I need it. We will scum OTGs if we fucking feel like it. Actually, Otter? Also, yes, Spyro, they are. They said it on their Twitter along with Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple. It's not a 4Kids dub, but it's also an old property that's coming back with the dub intact. Also, Otter, that's the game plan of the mountain, so anytime I'm afraid to fight that guy, that's why. His whole game plan is knock you over, and then forward special. It murders health bars. That's why I'm always scared of that character. Just, bro, he can kill me by doing literally 2 inputs. 2 inputs, he's already done like a good 30%. Ultimate Muscle with a budget and less censor. Actually, something funny about that Spiral is that the second season for Ultimate Muscle was specifically made for Americans. Because in Japan, the anime did so poorly based on the first season. And then, because it was more popular over here, Toei was like, fuck it. And then on the Japanese side, they brought it back like another 2 years later in like 2006? But they didn't do the final arc or the Ultimate Tag stuff that later came out, so... Well, no, that was already out, partly. The sequel, specifically, Spiral, was more popular over here. The original never came out over here, which hurts me. Is it darker in the... Yes, a lot. Like, that goes for the original anime for Kinnikuman, too. Like, they censored a lot of stuff because it was... Like, original Kinnikuman had some humor and designs that really wouldn't go over well today, and even though I like the series, I can't look at some of those and go, that was a good decision to be made. Like, for instance, if you looked up, like, a clip of Ramen Man killing Brocken Jr.'s dad in, like, the first Trojan Olympics we see, Like, in the anime, it'll be, yo, he just broke his spine and then turned him into ramen and then ate him. Then the manga, it's just, he just snapped that man in half. He just snapped that man in half and held, like, the top half of his body while laughing at it. And I'm just like, yeah, that's still pretty dark. Like, it's a hard series for me to recommend to people, but I do love it despite all the faults and stuff that you couldn't get away with. Might be even more. Yeah. Because, like, he ate. Yeah, basically. Like, I'm also waiting for people to, fucking sub the anime past the first match of the tag arc for original Kinnikuman. Because last night I figured out that people are up to, like, episode 91 in terms of subs. So they got, like, around 50 left. Which'll take forever. That's guaranteed. And I expect it to take forever. But it's cool that people cared enough to try and go back, because after years, I remembered when it was still stuck at, like, 68 episodes. Like the original anime run had like 150 episodes, including filler. And then I know they did a separate one for the final arc before the 2011 revival, which was Scramble for the Throne, and that's up to 24 episodes so far. Oh, this is the I forget which bit this was. Which studio would you want to do a remake of it? I would. I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah, this is the story of the masks. So basically, from what I remember from that, it was basically the stories about the Golden Mask of War and the Silver Mask of Peace. How one dude dropped a mask in the ocean, actually claimed his own mask instead of the other ones, and then they were like, yo, Ayo fam, you goated, take these. Show like this is a Mappa. That's fair. Part of me would want to get... It's a tough thing to answer, because for me, I kind of would want Toei to take a stab at it again, because I love the art style for, like, the pachinko machine animations, even though the animation itself isn't amazing. But, like, as long as the animation's actually good, I don't really mind who it is. But basically, so back to explaining, the power is getting sucked from every Chojin in the area at the current moment, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. Like, they are outright suffering. So someone's stolen the mask of... Someone seems to have stolen the Golden Mask of War, which is supposed to basically keep balance in the Chojin world. I am not a big fan of Meat's 3D model. Really not. Like, he had a big head before, but it looks even bigger in the 3D model. So there it is, the Mask of Peace. So basically, this entire first part is them trying to find the real gold mask, because the silver mask will react in a certain way if they find the actual appropriate gold mask. Still weird of all people to do meet Mike Pollock. Like, honestly, Otter, I get it, and I find it weird too, but I genuinely love Mike Pollock's version of Meat because it implies he's just a midget. It just implies he goes from being an actual child. He goes from being an actual child who was cryogenically frozen to he's just a midget, and I love that. Like, it's still in line with Meat's personality, so I don't mind it. It still works. So find the MacGuffin, basically. Which one's the real one? Don't get hit by the mix-up. Or do. Has the Muscle family ever been seen without a mask, or is it Lucha Libre rules? The thing is, at birth, yes. After that, if you lose the mask, you are literally sentenced to fucking die. Because, actually, going back to the Robin mask fight, because I think that's the first time it's brought up, at one point, Segura unmasked him, prompting Robin Mask to go into basically a murderous rampage, in which he's desperately trying to kill him. And I think at one point he just desperately tries to unmask Segura just as a final fuck you, and doesn't even care that he has to die after it, because, you know, he was already planning on murder, which, you know, makes his redemption even less believable. I know it's like a late 70s, early 80s shonen, but I can't get over that. Just, Segura's like, hey yo bro, we good. Me sitting there, he tried to kill you over petty shit 3 times, and you really said, hey yo, we cool. He saved you once and you were just like, damn, can't believe you're a good guy again. I also hate on it. Yeah, like, at least with Warsman. Like, Warsman is a robot man. He was trained by Robin, but he didn't inherently want to do terrible shit. He didn't want to injure Ramen Man in that fight. So I can understand, like being more trusting of Warsman. Robin didn't really do shit to gain that trust back. Until Buffalo Man came to town, and he was like, well, I'll help out Kinnikuman, I guess. He just all of a sudden went, hey yo, friendship is heat. Wait! I don't remember the big revolver. Wait a minute. I don't remember Big Revolver. Yes, Spiral's name's actually like, they have real names. Like, I don't remember them loading them up in a big revolver and shooting them to the destination. I genuinely don't. Also, I didn't explain most of that because, like, I really did just explain it in short form. They're just trying to find the real mask from those 6. His name Kid Muscle is actually... Yeah, I already read that. Yeah, like, everyone, most characters with an alias end up having at least some form of a real name. Not all of them. Because like I said, I know I could call him King Muscle or Kinnikuman, but I call him Seguru because it makes it much easier to remember he has a fucking first name. And like Kid Muscle, I will swap between that and Montaro. Like, it's... And the thing is, the dub keeps both King Muscle's and Kid Muscle's, like, actual name. They just changed the last name to Kinnikuman instead of just Kinniku. Never knew they used them. I thought they were... Yeah, that's fair. Cause, like, at least... Yeah, cause, like, the only person to refer to Seguru as Seguru would be his family. Cause everyone else just says Kinnikuman. And, like, the only person to refer to Montaro as Montaro is, again, his family. Everyone else just calls him either Kaniku Montaro or in the dub Kid Muscle. Like Judge Dredd. Oh, you expect me to remember the order of this? Nah, fam. We're going left to right and praying. We are out of order already. I am praying we don't have to do this in order. Yeah, he's literally named Planet Man. Otter. You've seen me stream these games enough times to get the memo at this point. When I tell you there's a fax machine man in one of the manga, I'm not joking. Yeah. Scooped. Neutral. Originality's not our goal, but I mean, Otter, I'm gonna be real. And there's a nigga named Terry, man. Come on. Expecting naming originality at a point where there's so many characters that are either throwaway or here, or just still there. I'm sitting there like, you kind of have a right to get lazy with some of these names. Like, this dude is a gator wearing sneakers named Sneegator. There's not much lore I can give on these fights either. It's more so, like, I don't fully remember these fights that well. I do remember this one had, like, a thing called Gator Hell, where Sneegator basically just made everything around it like an illusion of gators. So basically he made it Florida. I say as I've been to Florida multiple times over the years and not seen a single gator. Somehow. I should have killed him with a Kaniku Buster because cannon finish, but it's fine. You still have a dude named Cloudman. I don't think there is. Also, fun fact about Sneegator, even though we just murdered him, he transports you to... Wait! No! No! Wait! There was no reason to be out of pocket about that. Wait. How about a wrestler named Florida? I mean, there is a special man and a Canadian man. That wouldn't be out of pocket. To be fair, the weird thing about Canadian man is that in the 4Kids dub, like, it's still Canada related, but he's named Manitoban because it's the capital. And I sat there like, but wouldn't kids know that Canada exists because it's part of North America? Just call him Canadian man. What was the point? It's like when Geronimo, the Native American character, is just called Beetlebomb and now has, like, I'm assuming a voice trying to mimic like one of the Beatles. I'm sitting there like, what was the point? He's clearly Native American. Y'all really chose this. Okay. I'd say if I was doing a remake of this, I'd say give it the same energy as Zeon and Gurren Lagann. I can't say much. Give it a sense of escalation. Yeah. Yeah, we are super out of order. Actually, they didn't give... It did it again. This time YouTube had the stroke. No, Spiral, it wasn't OBS, it was YouTube this time. Yes! YouTube bitch. Yeah. Also Otter, yeah. Like, I can't... So, Sunshine, cool, he looks like G Lightan. He's alright. Like, his power is basically, he can basically dissolve into sand and turn into whatever he wants. Is this Lego man? I mean, that's what G Lightan basically is, at least visually to me, so yeah. Yeah, so these fights aren't supposed to go this way, because I know Kinnikuman fights Planet Man on, like, the outside. Oh no, we haven't gotten to the part where he gets inside Warsman. But you know he doesn't fight Sunshine. He fights Ashura Man, but that's way later. Like, that's right before Akuma Shogun, I'm pretty sure. That existence seems horrifying. Like, Brocken fights the ninja. Like, what? Yeah. Okay, no, it was, if I remember in order, it was Robin versus Junkman, then Brocken versus the ninja. Then it was... Shit, I genuinely forgetting. I'm losing it. Brocken versus the ninja. Terry versus Ashura Man was one of them. Terry Man versus Ashura Man was one of them. Then it was Geronimo versus Sunshine. Then it was Suguru versus Akuma Shogun. So this game original shit? No, it's adapting 2 arcs. So I may have made the wrong choice, because... Yeah, I may have made the wrong choice. You know what does this game have? Yeah, Spiral, this series does have arcs. Because I know, like, the first one, even though most of it is partly comedy-based, I think it's just called, like, Kaiju Extermination or some shit. And then, like, you got the Chojin Olympics. Then you have when Buffalo Man shows up after the second round. Yeah, after the second Chojin Olympics, where Warsman is introduced. And that's the, Actually, no, it's just called the Seven Devil Chojin arc. And then this one, which is the Golden Mask arc. Then the one after that, which is the Dream Tag arc, which introduces, Neptune Man and Big the Budo. And then there's, I think in the original run after that, the one I'm actually currently starting. Yeah, Buffalo Man. The big guy we fought and then just helped meet out. That's Buffalo Man. He was originally a bad guy. He's also fucking raw. And I think there's an arc in the manga where it's about Suguru getting married. I don't know. That may be from like the 2010s, like the new run. Cause I distinctly remember like the end of, I feel like Bad Guy's turn 2 pieces. Yeah, kind of. Like for Buffalo Man, it was because throughout the whole fight, Suguru wasn't really trying to sneakily get an upper hand. He was fighting him genuinely. And like at a point, because like Suguru has Burning Inner Strength, which is like the burst mode in these games. So when he's doing that, he's like, alright, since you're a double Chojin and you're absorbing my power to use your own, then fuck it. Let's see if you can absorb all the Burning Inner Strength. And so since Buffalo Man sold his soul to the devil, in which, yes, all devil Chojin, as in the title, sold their souls to the devil, he's like, bro, if I absorb any more power, I will literally die. And Satan's like, well, that's not my problem, do it. And so as Suguru is getting literally drained of his energy, nearly dying, like he's basically dead, and then, like, as soon as he gives out, just Buffalo Man's horn, which was draining the energy before, just pierces through him, and then, like, Buffalo Man's like, I can't hold this, I will die, I need to give it it's almost like Satan is a bad guy. Imagine. But basically, like, at a point, he has to give the power back to him, because the only other way to get rid of it, there wouldn't be a way to Buffalo Man to get rid of it and live anyway, so he just ends up giving it back to Suguru, which allows him to be defeated. And then, throughout the whole, like, after the whole match, he's like, you know, at least it's not a certain match with the next battle where everyone just turns out to be a misunderstood good. Yeah, bad guys are actually bad, but they do have, like, pieces of good within them. I think that's the angle Kinnikuman tries to go for, because, like, yeah, because there are just some times where an extremely minor bad guy who doesn't matter in the slightest becomes a good guy, and they just kind of one-off mention it. Like, in that same World Tour bit I mentioned earlier, like, there's a dude who, I forget exists name, like, Skull Bose or Bozu or whatever. He becomes a good guy and then gets bodied, and I'm sitting there like, what were you here for? You were a named character and you still didn't matter. Body. Yes. Are his hands blocks? Yes. This is Junkman. I wanted to hit him with super. You can tell I didn't have much to say about Junkman because he just kind of crushes things and stabs them at the same time. That's about it. How does he wipe? Spiral, these are things I don't wish to think about at any point. Oh. Wait, so do I get to actually fight him, or is it just gonna arc end? It's just gonna arc end, I guess. How does this spiral? He just does. I don't know. Yeah, it was just a bad end. You'll love to see it. I'm not doing that again. I'm gonna switch over to 2. I'm just gonna switch over to 2 and pretend that didn't happen. If you can't tell, I'm upset. Is he screwed when it comes to every door? I'm assuming he could just stab the door. I'm genuinely just assuming he could just stab and knock over every door. He doesn't really care. Like, yeah, I'm assuming he just bashes it down. That, or he secretly has hands. You just can't see them. Those hidden handymen, I swear, they're everywhere. Oh yeah, I forgot. This comes with like the 2 NES Kinegamon games in it. I'm still mad this won't give me the intro.
Kinegamon Muscle Grand Prix 2.
Go. Okay, let me actually try to figure out who I want to use and actually learn a character. Actually, I've always wanted, I genuinely have wanted to try Soldier.
Kinegamon Soldier.
Oh hey, zooted on Kinegamon because it's a fatal fight. Oh. How'd you get into the series? Believe it or not, it was just, out of all things, it was through the Game Boy Advance game, Ultimate Muscle Path of a Superhero. And then from there, I figured out, I've seen this before. Because back when we lived in like a little community where it wasn't like gated or anything, but it was like a small area where like a majority of the houses were like the exact same. I remembered seeing it on Foxbox for like a frame, and I remembered specifically seeing Kevin Mask, and I went, that's the guy, I saw that one day. And so I watched it because, I don't remember the name of the YouTube channel. Yeah, Townhomes. But I don't remember the name of the channel who had those videos uploaded. I think it was either Random Black Gamer or Canadian Gamer or Canadian Black Gamer. I forget the name of the channel, but one of his old channels had every episode uploaded from the 4Kids stuff, and I binged all of that in middle school, and I loved it to a point where I read the original and then dropped it, and now I'm reading through it again. And Spiral, since you're the only person I know who's seen the tweet, I got finished the tag arc and nearly cried. There it is. Might check it out more thoroughly there. Like, it gets like, I've already stated it gets weird, but, like, I can say Ultimate Muscle as a manga is way less documented. Because, like, it's the only one to get, like, an official translation, right? But no one has scanned a vast majority of it. Because most places I've seen... Well, the animations look a little better in this game. Yeah. First Muscle Grand Prix was 2005. This one was 2008. Which, again, a third one, it could have looked even better. And played even better. But I know, like... From... There's the brain. Also, that has a hitbox, which still fucks me up. And hits twice across every character that has the muscle curve. It's gonna fuck me up forever. So if some dumbass just runs in, you just... for no reason. And only Suguru has an attack out of it. What was I saying about Ultimate Muscles manga again? Oh yeah, because I know, like, the only fully clean scans I'm aware of are, like, volumes 1 through 6 through, like, a Tumblr page I used to frequent solely because it had the translations and extra stuff on it. Because I know the Ultimate Muscle tag arc is translated somewhat, if not wholly, and I know, like, the retelling that they actually did publish in Shonen Jump is also there. Incompleted, but it's also there for the most part. Ataru's cool, I like him. I hope he's actually cool in the book. I'm really hoping he's not a shit. There we go. I think this is behind. Skip all those, because I'm not going to remember them admittedly. Wait, so it's light sun. Does it just do that by default? Huh. So, unlike Suguru, it does it... Yeah, this track kind of slaps. It was the 4th opening? Yeah, because this is the Scramble for the Throne opening. Oh yeah, he does have Red Rain of Berlin. That's a counter. Oh, he does have them. Go Madhouse, because you also do. Yeah. Oh, I didn't get third rep in. It's fine, I usually can't do the third rep of any of these multi-part supers. I really can't. Was just boning. Ham boning will save your life one day. use that man like a pogo stick. Yeah? Wait, his secondary's just DP? Oh, napalm stretch. Okay, I think I have a decent idea. That was totally a rage attack. I mean, yeah, like, everyone has supers. Like, most characters in the series have big supers. Like, I think the only ones that technically don't in any form are Terry and his son, Terry. We got Terry Man and Terry the Kid out here with just, yo, we kind of break your legs and that's about it. Otherwise, we throw hands. So let me try a run with Soldier and see how that goes. If I feel like it's going terribly, should have kept the Scream Description. They put Method Man Scream over Soldier for no reason. I'd clap. I would pay them all my money for that. I'm not gonna lie. That shouldn't be high. It would. Buster. No. No. Robin, man, stop. These weren't things I'm ready to read. Wait. This is already going horrible. I hate it. I can't. Ludicrous is terrible. I can't. I really can't. Oh god. Oh no. I'm losing meter for that one. Oh no. I'm shocked he didn't do anything out of it. And you let me get away with it. He really let me get away with it. Oh no. Damn. Whew. Can you tell I'm horrible with this game? It's no. Damn it. Not really. The thing is, if I'm not that well versed in a character, I start to fall apart. Then again, that's any fighting game. But specifically this one. Like, in most games, I can at least flounder around and still halfway know what I'm doing. This one, I have to know. There's a reason I keep defaulting to Montaro whenever I start losing super bad. Now, we don't play Blue Kevin. Black Kevin. Yeah, yeah, you can beat the shit out of the like. There's a unique property when an enemy is KO'd that any hit you do to it will restand it. So for the couple seconds after the KO, you can keep hitting. See, I can kind of get away with playing Kevin. Kevin wait. Oh. Yes! No, he can't. Oh. I'm not gonna lie, Spiral, I forgot to say him rest in peace. I did not want to do the same grab again. He has a level 9. What we not finna do? Doesn't fit. Yeah. Yes. Ghostface kills Kevin. Where's my fucking I'm still thinking of that one Def Jam Vendetta history video I watched by like 616 Entertainment. Just Ghostface Killer Soul looking at a developer during a release party. Yo, where the fuck is my eagle finisher? You lied to me. Body him. No. No. There we go. See. I need to stop dashing into people. No. See, you may have gotten cancels, but I got your life. Oh, he just doesn't... I thought that was his dash attack, actually. Oh. I wanted to see if he'd do it again. Oh. Yes. Is that a robot? No, it's a living urinal. I am not joking. There is literally no context to him. He's just a living urinal. Like, there's just a lot of things that are in this series, and we kind of have to hold that. Like, there is a literal ass man. I stopped asking questions when I saw him. Not a robot, a living... Yeah, like, Wars Man is the robot. Okay, but Mr. Common... Oh, no. back into Mr. Carmen. Okay, Mr. Carmen. Hold this one! Like, animation-wise, this is doing me more Tekken. Huh. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't have went with Tekken for that one. But I can see what you mean. Early. Yeah, I can see what you mean. That was not intentional, but I take the game. Oh no. Scoop him. More than Def Jam, I mean. Bag dishes need to watch it. Understandable. Now, can I finish him off the way I want to? 7 Def Jam though. I mean, I'm assuming it's this, like, it's the same development team, so they probably switched the animation now. Yes! This move does no damage, but it steals all meter and is disrespectful. That move is so disrespectful, and I love it. There is no reason for that move to be that cool and do no damage. Man is like, nah, I'm done with you, leave. It's funny because I'm starting to think the games are making me like Kevin a lot more than I did when I was like 12. Giant man Kevin mask. 7'2" at age 18. Oh yeah, I gotta start charge canceling more stuff. Or that can work. Oh yeah, he does have it. Oh no. Also, Kevin Mask's Japanese voice actor, random bit of trivia. He's also Zero in the Mega Man X games. Oh no, I'm dead. Psycho Crap. It may as well be. Why I see a Transformer? Otter. At this point, I'm just gonna say the rules of Kinnikuman are just sometimes we don't know. We have to hold these. Why is Kevin and his dad over 7 feet? I will never know. They make most other characters look like manlets. What do you mean this is a canon thing? Wait a minute. I barely remember this dude. You're telling me that was canon? Like, if you see a medal at the bottom of the screen during any fight, that means you did, like, a canon move. Yeah, that like Spiral somehow Ultimate Muscle as a manga was way more off the rails than original Kinnikuman. Which, to be fair, it was published in like Super Playboy magazine in Japan, so that makes more sense. And we're dealing with like a teenager compared to Suguru, who was like 20 by the start of his series. Yeah, Suguru was 20 by the start of Kinnikuman, yeah. As opposed to Kid Muscle, who starts out at 14 and then, like, I think at the tag arc he's... Yeah, by Chojin Olympics for him, he's 15, and then from the tag arc, he's 16. Okay, he's grab hit first. Alright. Oh. I was hoping he'd be stupid. Counter D. I anti-aired the counter. You love to see. Oh. So is this like JoJo, where his dad starts the series and then I'd argue it's very basic and generic comparison, but more Dragon Ball Z-ish. None of this shit. Because I know, like, a couple years before the creators actually made Ultimate Muscle, they went, man-ends. They had, like, a short one-off thing. Like, I think in, like, 1996, 2 years before they started publishing Ultimate Muscle in, like, the Super Playboy. And, it was basically just a one-shot of how they were doing, I think, like, years after the Scramble for the Throne arc, in which is the first time we ever see Kevin Mask, and they retconned that so, you know, the sequel could exist. I still don't know. I don't know if it's up anywhere to read, and I want to finish the Scramble for the Throne arc before I obviously look into things that lead into Ultimate Muscle directly, or in some form. But I just thought it was really cool that they actually foreshadowed a character and then went, yeah, let's change some stuff and still use him. Yeah, there's the getting bullied. Ooh. I'm dead. I'm gonna see that. Wait! Wait! What was the hitbox on that one? Excuse me. Sir, that hitbox is illegal, I'll have you know. That hitbox is toxic. That hitbox was toxic as shit. Dear God. Okay, but watch this one. That looks broke. Yeah. I can't say the same for Def Jam hitboxes, but Ultimate Muscle hitboxes are kinda broke. In general. Because even in, like, the 3D games, like, there's some shit you think wouldn't hit that just connects, and you're sitting there like, oh. OTG! OTG! Can you see why I like playing Montaro? He can OTG people for 1 bar, and it's absolutely fun. Oh god. Okay, let's consider losing 4 bars a meter. Fucking stop. What do you mean that didn't kill? Oh yes, super armor affects his damage. Look at how much easier that was with Montaro to me. I am basically playing the... Would I call Montaro the Ken? Because Suguru is more Ryu. I guess I call Montaro the Ken of the game. Definitely has the more interesting kit, in my opinion. But damn, do I not know how to use it that well. Yeah, Kinnikuman is 1979. Also before Kenshiro. Oh yeah, they can just do that mid-combo. Sir. Sir. Stop that shit. Terry, man, you're cool. Stop that shit. You're letting me get away with murder. Fucking big body. Oh no. Oh, he got the super armor when I didn't see it. Hitbox. Scoop. Oh no. I'm mad that whiffed. Quick sneak him out of Montaro. From a gameplay perspective, usually Montaro all day. But as a character, from what I've read of Original so far, I can't say, because it's been like 9 years since I watched through the anime, and I barely have any knowledge of the Ultimate Muscle manga. Because again, even though there's a whole ass English version readily available, or formerly readily available, no one has uploaded most of the scans, and getting a lot of these volumes now are insanely pricey. Because, reminder, Some of the earlier and later volumes go up to hundreds and nearly $1,000. The Viz paperback manga print from the early 2000s, which is the only print that exists, can only really be gotten through Amazon and third-party sellers, to which on Amazon, people are selling them for over hundreds of dollars for the most part. And then you get certain volumes that are sold at like $40. Why? I'm assuming it's because they never reprinted them. It's like how like the old Viz translation of JoJo Part 3, how that would be pretty pricey because it was only ever printed like once or twice. But at least JoJo can fall back on the JoJolian release. Well, no, not the JoJo, like the JoJonium based manga re-releases. Just like how Fist of the North Star can rely on its re-releases that are coming out now, which is great. And same with Shaman King, because they're releasing like big omnibuses for it now too. And I'm like, that's great. So can Ultimate Muscle get that? Or like even Full Metal Alchemist is getting it. And I'm sitting here like, bro, if everything from the 2000s is getting it, Ultimate Muscle is technically a 90s product, but give it to me. I need it. Yeah, that gives me a lot more time to charge. Why did I let him get the max? This was a horrible idea. Whew. Thought I could hit him out of it. Jackass. Dick. Absolute bastard. How's it taste? Oh god. No. No. Dick. Getting upset again. Hate it. Especially, you better not do this fucking tournament player combo on me. No. Oh. I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. Fuck. It seems out. It is. It incredibly. Sir, if you think I'm that dumb, I implore you to think again. I may be stupid. Oh! Apparently got chokehold, but trying to remember what fight that was. Like I've said multiple times before, the main Suguru and Montaro are treated as jokes, but they're actually competent for the most part. That's where the treating them as jokes comes in a whole lot. Because I remember there was like the Ashura Man fight where he was practically frozen and he just gets out of it by pissing. Which fucked me up because I sat there like, bro, you are a grown-ass man and I'm getting bodied. Send help. There's like 60% for this. God. Like I'm not imagining that. Next attempt, I'm not gonna press a single button and see what he does. I'm not gonna press a single button for like like not even at round start. What are you gonna do? Okay. So you better not parry like 15 of my strikes right after this. Ain't that hilarious? Ain't that hilarious, Mr. Super Phoenix? Ain't that a laugh a minute? No. Fuck. You get no spine. Yeah! No! Yes! Oh. Oh no, this is the muscle spart. I thought I did the incomplete one and I was like, why am I doing the one that does no damage? Oh yeah, checkmate. Surprisingly, he becomes, like, surprisingly, Checkmate was pretty much a bro even as a villain. He wasn't that bad of a guy even as a villain. Also, you get to hear Michelangelo be British, which is honestly one of my favorite voice roles. Excuse you? Okay. So we not finna do this. Yeah, Spiral, that's the guy I'm talking about. The literal ass. Just timer scamming.
Congratulations.
Nah, I'm just gonna input damn. Wait! What do you mean this Japanese word What do you mean this Japanese game has swear protection? Wait! They thought of those filthy Americans. You hate to see it. They really said... They really said, now we gotta make sure they don't type in any fuck shit. Any English fuck shit. Something like this is 1 or 2 ways to go for me if I try. Like, again, there's a reason I can't fully recommend it to people. Because I do think it's a fun thing to experience. But it depends on how much weird shit you're willing to go through. You really like this or not? Yeah. And I like my weird shit. Understand. Oh, it shows the intro after Arcama. You know, what makes these... Like, I'm gonna switch to something Kinnikuman related, like, in a minute. But something that strikes me as incredibly funny is that the more these games came out, the more you realize people were going, fuck Kid Muscle, and people, fuck Nisei, fuck the second manga. This is the only one we stand. And I'm gonna tell you why that's even funnier, because, like, the roster for the new generation diminished a bit. Like, it wasn't super big in the other 2 console games that weren't just the Muscle Grand Prix series, but people don't like it. Yeah, that's fair. Like, I like the character from what I remember from the anime, or at least the 4Kids dub of it, but that's completely fair. But, like I forget how many characters there are in the game total. But, like, there's 3 a row, so people didn't limit. I don't know. Like, I know some people don't. I don't remember, because, again, haven't seen a lot of general consensus. Like, believe it or not, despite being a Kinnikuman fan, I haven't seen that many other Kinnikuman fans. It's pretty rare for me. At least English-speaking ones. Because I know some modern-day manga authors and artists are, but I don't know, like, the general opinion of the sequel series. Because, like I said earlier, in Japan, the anime for the sequel series did horrible. Like, people weren't fans of it. And the budget, I'm assuming, wasn't that great either, especially when it came around the 2nd season. Again, this is going off of just me looking at small clips again. I'm hoping it's not as bad as that, but I'll get through it eventually. But, like, in terms of the roster, like, there's, like, what? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 21. Brain? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39. So there's like 39 characters. So how many Ultimate Muscle characters specifically? We got Jade, 1. Checkmate, 2. Scarface, or as I like to call him by the 4Kids name, Escara, 3. Kevin, 4. Terry the Kid, 5. Kid Muscle, 6. Barrier Free Man, 7. And Ilukeen, 8. So out of 39 characters, only 8 of them represent the sequel. And a decent Barrier Free Man he's a character. Spiral, the less I say about Barrier Free Man, the better, because I hate him. He ends up as a good guy, and I know, and I don't like it. There's only like 8 Nisei characters in this game. And that fucks me up. Like, they have nearly 40, and they said, nah, we can keep these 3 dudes from the Devil Chojin arc. And we can keep these 4. No, we can keep these 4 from the Devil Chojin, and then we can keep these 3 from Golden Mask. And we can keep Stekase King. But you know, we can't put back in Wally Tusket. They couldn't put back in my boy. Probably wouldn't like him. Yeah, like, from what I remember, he's like a creepy old man who has like another dude literally trapped inside of him. And dude is just fucking suffering. But let me switch to something else. Like, I just generally remember the blue dude inside Barrier Free Man just suffering. Just trying to vibe as the old man keeps being a shit. I didn't turn back on the PS2. Seiyuchin John's legit. Spiral, I can't call him Seiyuchin, knowing that that's basically just calling him Walrus. Like, I have to call him Wally Tusket because it at least makes it sound like he has a real name. Which is weird, because I'm pretty sure his family members just have regular-ass names, so him just being named Seiyuchin throws me off. Because they really looked at him and said, "You are Walrus. Can I get an actual Walrus?" Oh, I guess that's my name now. It's what is... yeah. Like, Wally Tusket is obviously, like... but... like, it's obviously like a 4Kids edited name, but it sounds better than just calling him, yo, is that Walrus? Is that good old Walrus? Along with a sister named yeah. His parents are named Robert and Susie. Exactly, that's what I mean. Here comes a name. That's what I mean. They really looked at him and said, "You are Walrus." Oh god, I actually need to up the sound on this. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. Thank you for naming me fucking Walrus, yet my sister gets to be Dorothy. Damn, it's crazy how I just got shot on Twitter.com by Sosuke. It's insane.
Go back to your mama.
Here we go! Hi-ya! Hi-ya!
Let's dance!
Let's do it! Watcha! Acha! Ha! Two! Three!
What are you doing? I know.
Pro-violent.
Here we go! Let's do it!
I remember that.
Ape Escape 3!
Yeah, the one people don't talk about for some reason. This game isn't bad and nobody talks about it regardless. It's one of those kinds of pains. It became beautiful Huh. That's not even a bad descriptor. It really isn't. Oh, the loop is that short? Really? The amount of amazing track on this game slot, it does.
I trust that everything is to your satisfaction, my dear friend Spectre.
It's perfect.
Oh god, do I need to
Very
up the
well.
volume more?
Let's team up.
Wonderful. An exquisite decision. Finally it begins! My revenge against those who laughed at me!
Also, what fucks me up is that dude with the afro is voiced by Nolan North, if I remember right. Or one character in this game is Nolan North.
Ready enough to practice! Okay. Is Aki... Huh? Hey, that's my pudding. There are monkeys all throughout the town. They're all over the TV. Anyway, this is huge. Hey, that hurts. Okay, there you are. Huh? That doesn't sound like a recording. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Aki, Kay, Yumi. Oh, I'm so glad you're both safe. Natalie? Details later, but here's what's happening. All right. Those monkeys are loose again. They're out causing trouble all over the world. This time, they're broadcasting weird television shows. That sounds kind of fun. No! Their shows are so stupid that anyone watching becomes a mindless couch potato. Now, I don't want to scare you. But as you can see, Spike and Jimmy and even the professor have all been affected. Oh my. If this continues, the monkeys will affect the whole world. Kay, Yumi, you're going to have to help us. Capture those monkeys and put an end to their mindless TV shows. I'm teleporting a monkey net to you. Use it to capture all of the monkeys. Be careful and good luck. Hey, stop! Cut it out! I hope Natalie will be okay. Well, at least now we know why things are so strange in town. That's the first time I've seen one of those monkeys. The teleport is complete. I guess it wasn't just one of Natalie's bad jokes. Oh my! What do you think you're doing?
Oh no. The ape has finally escaped. Oh god.
Capture him!
It only took 5 years. Something funny is that... Hang on, let me... Actually, here... Because I'm not entirely sure if I'm louder in the game itself or not. Okay, let me set it at 14 and then keep it there. A little bit lower, I think hints at like 12. Or I could... Yeah, 12. You're loud. Okay, good. The thing is, I kind of try to play it by ear by listening to it on something else. And then going from there. I mostly play it as K. Like, I do too. But I think Yumi has the better stun club, but she's a lot slower. Whereas K is a lot faster, but has like a weaker stun club and stuff like that. I mostly go for K.
All right, leave it to me. I'll be back. Let's go.
Actually, can the monkey? Oh yeah, you can't hit it, but does it choose violence? There was no reason for me to catch it like that.
You really got quite a workout there. Good job. Captured monkey teleportation. Complete. Just what's going on here? I guess that everything Natalie said was true. I guess that those monkeys are causing havoc all over the world. We have to capture all of those monkeys and stop their TV shows. Yumi, Kay, we need the two of you. Will you help us? Sure! Of course!
What fucks me up about this game as well is that these are the most Japanese names they've been allowed to keep in the US dub.
Support to you on your adventures.
For no reason either. Like, they just went, yo, these are just outright Japanese kids. But Kakeru had to be Spike and Hikaru had to be Jimmy, okay.
The warp pad that used to be in our room was destroyed by the monkeys, so we've rebuilt the rear part of the laboratory. If you get on the front warp pad here, you can head out to go capture the monkeys. We've got a game-saving device and a bunch of others all ready for you to use, so be sure to put them to good use.
Designs look very Pokemon. Yeah, I can see that actually. Like, I'm not the only one seeing it. I can see it. You know, in my brain, you know what I'm thinking now?
That's the shopping area just over there.
It feels like a more polished version of, like, the GameCube Pokemon game art styles. Like the Pokemon DX art style.
There are quite a few shops there, so you should check them out. That's the training room. You can use it to learn how to use gadgets you've just acquired, or to train for other things.
soon you might be able to use it for things other than gadget training. At any rate, what's most important is that you learn how to capture lots of monkeys. That's the home theater. Any audio CD or movies you've acquired can be listened to or watched there.
So something funny I mentioned about these names still being Japanese-ish. These names are changed from the Japanese version still. Cause Kei is like Satoru in Japanese and the European dubs. And Yumi is Sayaka. So you're telling me they changed Japanese names to Japanese names for the American dub? Why? It doesn't feel like there's a point to that. Like, they aren't even hard to say. Like, an Aki was just Akie. That actually reminds me, I do need to play, like, the PSP escape games, including, like, the Japan-only ones.
That's the gallery. The various items you've acquired in the shops can all be viewed here. That's the computer. That's where you can load or save your games. If you want to quit midway through your game, be sure you save your progress. Don't forget that. That's where you can play minigames. If you've picked up a minigame at the hobby shop, you'll be able to play it here. Looks like you still haven't gotten a minigame yet.
Looks like you broke as fuck, kid.
And how about this? You'll be able to tell the future using the monkeys you've captured. You'll be able to find out various predictions about the future, so capture as many of those monkeys as you can.
No. I refuse.
That's the warp pad. From there, you'll head right into the TV program.
My 36th wedding.
I'll be back!
That is certainly a television program title. I read the Yu-Gi-Oh manga in like elementary while waiting for it in the library at school after watching the show for a while. The show. I was wondering who the fuck everyone was talking about. Oh, you mean, oh yeah, the OG manga where they actually refer to everyone by Japanese names. Which is weird. I realized Janochi was yeah, I had that realization too. What makes that even funnier is the fact that the Ultimate Muscle manga keeps all the 4Kids name changes for some reason. So Viz was willing to do that for Ultimate Muscle, but not Yu-Gi-Oh! Had zero idea Tristan was Honda till the very end. I can see that. I'm still weirded out by like the one other female friend they had with blue hair who just kind of stopped existing. Because Kid Me was like, oh, she's cute, and then she just disappears. So now here's the big secret. I could go for these two, but nah. We're not doing the obvious. true are just like a banana.
All right.
Also, you're gonna see me jump and swing the net a lot solely for the stylish capture. I love those.
Looking pretty good. In time attack mode, you have to capture monkeys within a certain amount of time. Each stage has its own number of monkeys you'll need to capture. Try and capture them as quickly as you possibly can. Good luck. Yo, hi. Okay. Here's another gadget I'm going to warp over to you. It's a monkey radar. Use it to find monkeys. You'll probably want to practice learning how to use it in the training room. Want to go over to the training room to try it out? Let's go!
See, I don't need to use the phone. I'm a true gamer. That, and I've also played enough Ape Escapes to know. Something funny they don't do in this game for the radar that the first one did is that in the first Ape Escape, like it obviously taught you how to use the radar too. Actually, no, I think every new gadget in Ape Escape 1 was like forced you had to learn it. And I think starting with 2 you could deny it. Or maybe it was starting with this one you could deny it. But something funny is that specifically in 1, you're in like a room at like 7 containers, and the radar tells you it tells you which ones have monkeys inside of it. So the thing is, if you guess wrong, you just die from a bomb, and it doesn't matter if you run away from it. It hits the entire area, and you die.
I'll be back!
Meaning, if you mess that up, the professor programmed it specifically to kill you and try again.
Let's go!
Get the feeling that bastard hated Spike for some reason. I know that kid helps me, but fuck him. He ain't playing no games. I'm not playing this 10-year-old nonsense. Then why did you send a 10-year-old? I'm not playing this 10-year-old nonsense. Hey. There be the monkey. Yeah. Also, you'll notice my approach to catching monkeys isn't sneaky at all. I just go for it. Unless they're specifically horrible, and then I don't. Also, I rarely use the monkey radar unless, you know, it's like literally endgame. Mr. Wolf, where are you? Monkey radar based on the commercial. I never saw, like, I was really unlucky when it came to video game commercials as a kid, because the only couple of ones that I outright remember were Tenkaichi 3, where the two kids played it until they became, like, super old men. The Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games ones. I know Nickelodeon Arcade had, like, ads for Sonic Unleashed, but they weren't outright commercials, in my opinion, specifically for the game itself. I remembered seeing commercials for Sonic and the Secret Rings. Trying to remember what else. Because I was about to say Lollipop Chainsaw, but that came out when I was, like, 13 or 14, so I wouldn't count that as, like, small child, like, at all. What's even weirder about Lollipop Chainsaw is that I saw that ad on ESPN. Just randomly in the living room as my dad is watching football, sees ad for Lollipop Chainsaw, me, on ESPN of all channels. Remember Pokemon Coliseum with the Who Can Save the Pokemon theme song? Oh shit, it's Jesus! We've done it, we've caught Monkey Jesus. Favorite video commercials is Street Fighter 4's commercial was lit. Again, somehow I managed to dodge like all these video game commercials that people have fond memories of, and I don't know how. Because I knew of Street Fighter 4 as it was coming out because of Walmart demo. Bodied. Okay, but listen. Shit had me go out and rent that shit later that day. Understandable.
You really got quite a workout there.
You really got quite a workout beating the shit out of that one specific monkey.
Capturing all of those monkeys must have been tiring, eh? I figured you'd be exhausted, so I made this new device for you. If you use this, you can change into lots of different forms. Different forms?
Just play Street Fighter 4. Don't really care for it. Sees the ad. Yo, that shit's heat. Do it again.
Happy with what you can do. Really? Of course. Cool. I'm still putting the finishing touches on it, but it should be done in time for the next stage. Huh? Well, I'll let you know what it will change you into then, okay?
You know, there's sometimes I forget in these games the D-pad is the camera. Because I just kind of auto-correct the camera without one every time. Like, if I need actual stick to use the camera, I'll do this.
Okay, ta-da! Your first morph is the Fantasy Knight. I'm entering the morph data for it into the morph gear. Its specialties are defending and making powerful attacks. You'll probably want to practice learning how to use it in the training room. Want to go over to the training room to try it out? Go! To use the morph gear, you'll first first have to completely fill up the gauge with morph energy. Once the gauge is full, press the R1 button and R2 button together to morph by morph jumping. During a morph jump, tilt the left analog stick at the character you want to morph into, then press the X or circle button. You can only morph for a limited amount of time. You revert when the timer runs out, so watch out. If you want to morph back into your original self, push the R1 and R2 buttons once more at the same time. The green items right in front of you are morph energy. Go get them now.
Something funny is that I know it's not Tara Platt. Like, it's Julie Nathanson, and I haven't looked up, like, her voice acting in general, but part of me, for years, thought that was Tara Platt doing Aki.
For special training purposes, you'll have to be morphed into the Fantasy Knight for the entire time. The Fantasy Knight has special powers for defending. It can defend against the monkey's attacks and move forward against fiery blasts using his shield. Now try moving through those flames with your guard up, but beware that you can't guard while attacking.
Attack so strong the frames can't handle it. Tap the stick.
Well done. Okay, now here's how to capture monkeys while you're morphed. Give the right analog stick a quick press, and a magical field will come out of the ground to help you capture the monkeys. Once you've mastered the technique, you'll be
Gotta
able
go
to
on that
round up
Barnes & Noble. I've been here
loads of
long enough. I'm starting to make white people get suspicious. I'll see you for the loitering complaints. Like, alright.
Capture all the stuffed monkeys over there. Wow, you catch on fast. Okay, here's a special attack that only the Fantasy Knight can perform. Rotate the right analog stick to send a shockwave that will attack everything around you. The more you spin it, the more powerful your attack. Wipe out all of the teleborgs over there.
Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's looking weird. I didn't know you could get hit while transforming. You're too used to common rider transformations having armor, yes. Unironically, yes. I'm gonna hit you with a jump and capture. I'm not gonna hit you with a jump and capture. Only coins, that's fine. Never realized when you get them to start fuming, you can actually just capture them. I don't care about y'all. Speedrun strats. I wouldn't be shocked if that actually was one. Like, I'm actually still following, like, an Ape Escape speedrunner on Twitch. I should actually watch her stream sometime. Yeah, I don't care about them. Care about this. I'm a terrible dancer.
All right. Yes. 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 Hot. Hot. One more.
When Space Channel 5... Bright, you're right, I do need to eventually actually play Space Channel 5. Because I've actually never played a single game in that series. See, you have to capture monkeys off of K's light stun hit, like doing a combo off a light attack KOF very fast. Can't believe I made a KOF reference while playing Ape Escape. You'll love to see it.
I'll be back.
Somehow they mix in.
So, there are still some humans who haven't been affected yet. Here, try this!
Space Channel 5 is like baby's first rhythm game. You'll be fine. Bright, that's Parappa. Don't lie to my face ever again.
You're supposed to be frightened. This dragon has rained fiery death upon many a valiant knight.
Well, he doesn't look that tough.
What? You dare to belittle my greatest creation? This will not do!
We're the ones who should be saying that. You fix everyone that you've hurt right now.
Ha! There's no way that's going to happen. I have orders to affect everyone in the whole world.
Orders? Ha! Orders from who?
From Spectre, of course. Who else?
Spectre?
Whoops. Oh, I forgot that it was against the rules to say his name. You little brat! This is all your fault!
You're the one who said it.
Shut up! Well, now that you know our secret, I'm afraid that I can't allow you to leave here. I was about to make a movie starring myself, but I guess that will have to wait. Change in scenario. Your time has come, brat!
Free. His ass fight. Just beat him to death. It's fine. Just kill him.
Well, that is just awesome.
become quite interesting, haven't they? Shall I go and say hello?
An exquisite idea. Very well, I shall go get ready. Please wait here for a bit.
So, again, Spectre is behind all of this. Who's Spectre?
That name sounds familiar.
You two don't know him? Spectre is an ultra-intelligent monkey
Seven's
that
main
wants to rule
monster.
over all mankind. Somewhat dangerous. He used to be one of the most popular monkeys at the monkey park. But he turned to evil when he put on a monkey helmet, and now he's become the boss of the evil monkeys.
I'm no mere boss. I'm their glorious leader. Obviously, you aren't fans of my show.
Spectre?
So you're the one behind all of this. Just what is it that you want?
I heard that someone dared to stand in my way, so I wanted to get a look at who it could be. I must say I'm quite relieved it's only you.
What? Why you? Surrender now while you still can! Yeah! Yeah!
You think you can capture me again? I won't make the same mistake as before. This time I've teamed up with this Hugh. And...
Do you mean me, Mr. Spectre? That's right. I am human, yet the end of humanity. These monkeys have won me over. I am the ultimate scientist. I'm 28 years old, single. I'm 6'3", including hair. I'm 145 pounds, also including hair. My favorite color is turquoise, and I have an IQ of 1300. And they call me Dr. Tomoki. And don't you forget it.
What do you think you're doing? Just introduce yourself normally. Normally, cut the camera.
I thought it was an exquisite introduction.
Anyway, we have nothing to
I
fear
love
from
him.
you fools.
That's right.
Oh no, he's
Hey, how have you been? You always had a good head on your shoulders.
Lucky?
Huh?
Yes. Right. Well, Spectre, we can't waste the entire day talking to these people. We have work to do.
Huh? Oh, right. So anyway, relax and enjoy our show. Of course, if you insist on resisting us, we'll be glad to crush you like vermin. Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Aki! Are you friends with that guy? Well, once, long ago. But never mind that now. We've got to capture Spectre. I wonder how old that monkey white really is. That's the Monkey Mart. You can buy things there using your gotcha coins. They've got all sorts of things there that will come in handy on your adventures. Sometimes new products will also be on display, so pop in for a look every now and then.
time to stop. I can only afford one. Banana heat.
Okay. Here's another gadget I'm going to warp over to you. It's a super hoop.
The speed
It'll let
run.
you go zipping and zooming all over the place.
The speed
You'll
run.
probably want to practice learning how to use it in the training room. Want to go over to the training room to try it out?
We've done it. We've unlocked the speed one. The speed one.
Using the super hoop will let you zip first, then run, see those
we didn't really see the training. You get the gist of it from that. I'll say this is the last level and probably end stream. So I didn't intend for this one to be that long. Oh yeah, I forgot. The way these cars control. Get his ass. Nope. Get back in the car. Okay, get back in the car. Get his ass. That is also viable, but saying about that. It's about violence. Let's go and kill. Some good driving. Obviously, it was a great idea to let these 10-year-olds drive. You killed 9 people. Basically. Yeah. You know, they probably intended for the slingshot to hit that. I don't play by the game's rules sometimes. Excuse you? Sir. Excuse you? Frame trapped. I don't think I've ever been frame trapped by a monkey in these games, but there's a first time for everything. Get me out of this hole. You know, I could have used the car. But I kind of realized I like running better. So why are you dropping the frames? I could have stopped the bank robbery, it's fine. I'll come back from the bank robbery on a later stream. It's fine. Oh shit.
You really got quite a workout there. Have you tried checking out the shops from time to time?
No.
Sometimes new products will be on display, so pop in for a look every now and then.
No. Huh, well, at least in this OBS recording, 2 hours. So let's see if I have any space in this memory card to actually save. Cool, I do. So that's it for this stream, everybody. Thank you for coming out, and I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna stop trying to make promises because I am fully aware I cannot keep them at this point in time.